Hi everyone and welcome to our specialty class today. It's now 2 o'clock here in Australia and we are using the Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. It's absolutely beautiful. So once again we're going to be using a 12 by 12 this time and then I'll come back to using a 6 by 6 over in the technique class. So I have chosen this piece of paper. Now, when you choose your paper, you need to also work out, hi Tanya, where you want to cut it when it's a design like this. Not so much so if it's like this, but if it's like this, you want to work out where you're going to cut it. So, hi Susan, how are you today? Good to see you on. I hope your hubby's doing better. Yeah, so it's getting closer to Christmas. Is everyone ready? Hopefully I'll go shopping and get a little bit done tomorrow and finish it off. Okay, so let's come down to my workbench. Now I'm using the paper trimmer and I want the paper to be 9 across by 10 down. So to do that, I'm going to place it on my paper trimmer and I'm going to have the direction of the Christmas trees going up so that they're going the right way. So I'm just going to trim that little bit off there. Then I'm going to turn it around and we're going to do it at 10. So I'm going to cut that off at 10. Then we're going to pull out our scoreboard. Now you can do all this on your paper trimmer if you want to, but we're going to pull out our scoreboard. I'm just going to move my paper trimmer. And I'm going to flip it around this way so that the trees are now going to the left-hand side. So the top of the trees are now going towards the left-hand side. And we're going to score it at 1 inch. And I think it's roughly about 1 inch I'm going to do on both sides, both ends. Then I'm going to turn it around. So the Christmas trees are now facing the top. And I'm going to do 2 3/4. I'm going to score that down there. Then I'm going to score at 3. Then I'm going to do 6 1/2. And then I'm going to do 6 3/4. Okay, so move our paper trimmer, our scoreboard away. I'm saying paper trimmer. So I'm going to now come back over and score on all these lines. Now this is a really good present for wrapping, for if you're doing something for a mail in your house, so you're doing chocolates. You can actually do this for your grandkids if you're doing chocolates for them, because sometimes you know, we just need to do a box of chocolates or something like that. But I'm just doing this one for the Lindt chocolates. I'll show you the packet in a minute. So I've done those score lines on both sides. So we've got 2 score lines on each side that you've got to score. So you've got a little edge like this. Okay, and then you've got a little edge like this on this side as well. And then we're going to bring the bottom up. Now, I've made the bottom 1 inch because it gives you that little bit more to wrap up around. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can fold it back either edge and just have an opening at each end and slide your chocolate in. Or you can make a base for it. It depends which way you want to go. Well, let's just make one that you slide in today. Let's do it this way for you. So we're going to turn both ends over like this. This is really lovely because you really get to showcase your designer series paper, both sides of it, which I really love. Okay, so when you've done that, then you'll need to make sure that you're going to glue this piece down. So we're going to glue this piece down. And we're just going to then use that bone folder again and put those little score lines in once again. And we're going to score this one down, glue this one down, I should say, and score it down. So I'm coming up to the score line as well. So coming across, make sure it's all in place. And then make sure that we have this all scored nicely. The trick of this is your scoring, really. If you get your scoring looking nice, then the rest is all going to sit really lovely. Okay, so just take your time and make sure that you do score each line and each piece. Okay, so that's what we need now, and then you can sort of see this is going to come over onto that like that. So it's going to glue over like that. But I like to put the chocolate in now. So this is the chocolate that I'm using, just the lint. And it's lovely chocolate. So you can sort of see that it fits in there quite nicely. Okay, so, which is really good. You don't want it to hang out over the edge. You want it to fit in there really nice. So you want to bring your piece up on your right side and your left side. So you can sort of see that that fits into that. It's going to be nice and tight, which is really, really lovely. This is a wonderful way of wrapping up a piece of chocolate, honestly. So when you're doing it, you don't want to stick it to the chocolate. You just want to stick it to the card because they want to pull the chocolate out. So don't go right across to the edge because then you'll get it on your chocolate. But you want to come down and work it down towards the ends and on that seam there. And then you want to bring it over and you want to press nice and firm. And bring that in there. I love this paper because it is double-sided and you can do so much for it. Now you can still add a tag onto that as well, a gift for you. So, but what if it's love, peace and joy? You can put the Christmas tree on this one if you wanted to. So let's do the Christmas tree. It's quite big and it's quite nice. So let's do that one. Okay, so we've got a bit of card there. We can take the present off for the minute. Bring the tree on there. Where's my ink? Ink. It's probably hiding from me. It is over here. Do you hide things on yourself? I'm forever hiding stuff on myself. But that's okay. Okay, ink him up. And you're sort of probably looking at it thinking, oh, this one looks awkward to cut out, but it is not too bad to cut out, actually. Okay, so we're going to put that there. Just give it a dry. So when you're cutting out this one, what I would do is just sort of follow your lines around. And you sort of can come in to the point of each line. It doesn't matter the shape. As long as you sort of come in with the lines and the star. And then you can trim him up a bit more if you want to. But this is the easiest way to do it to start off with. And you can trim into where you need. I'll go across there, up. Cut that bit off. Does anyone give chocolate for Christmas? Because I know, you know, my dad loved dark chocolate. He loved to get chocolate, and he loved licorice. So they were two of his main things that he really loved as well. And sometimes when someone's got everything, you never know what to get them. But dark chocolate's meant to be very good for you. Okay, so we have the tree. So now I'm just going to fix this up a little bit on this side and come down. And just straighten this up a little bit on this side. And it's up to you how much you cut out or what you want on the side here, but you can do a little bit up here as well. And do a little bit in here. And then just a little bit up here. So really lovely. So we're going to colour it, and you can sort of colour it to whatever colour you want, because this is really lovely. But I'm sort of thinking we might go with the, what's this colour? Shaded Summer Splash. It's sort of got the Summer Splash in it. And we're going to come in with a bit of Summer Splash on here. Just to highlight him up a little bit and to make him stand out. Okay. Come down this way. And it doesn't matter if you sort of do a crisscrossy with your blend either. It sort of gives it a dark and light highlight areas, which is quite nice. Okay. You could just do it on that colour paper if you wanted to. That's fine as well. So we're going to grab some dimensions and stick some on our tree. And we're going to pop this on the front here. These are just like little gifts that are lovely. So we're going to pop this one in here because it's just going to take that place of the one that's on there, which is really lovely. And you've got the words on there, love, peace and joy, which is really, 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 really cute. Okay, so that's a nice way to give a gift with a card. And I'm sort of doing that today on this particular class. Because I have so many scraps and I wanted to use some of them up as well. So I'm going to bring this in at 14. And I'm going to bring this in at 14. And I'm going to bring this, what size is that? It's about 8. So we're going to bring it in about 4 centimetres on each side. I'm going to use them. What size is this? 14 by 10. So I've just got a 14 by 10 piece of card, and I'm going to stick these strips on first. So I'm going to stick these on here like this. And I would have loved to have put it through an embossing folder, but like I said, I haven't unpacked still haven't found my die cutting plates. No, I'll have to find them before Thursday. They must be still packed somewhere. I'm not quite sure where. So I'm going to put this piece right on here. And I love sometimes to just cut the piece of card to the size that I want, because that makes it a template for me as well. And you can sort of see by doing this, I'm lining it up a little bit as well. So we're going to just put this one on here. And then we're going to bring this piece down the middle like this. It just uses up some of your scraps if you've got lots of scraps. It just helps use them up. And I've just got a lot of offcuts on this at the moment because I've been making things up for my family. So I just thought I'd like to use up some of this paper. Okay, so I'm just going to push it up to the top. Don't you love the glue when it just slides for you? And I've just got a plain white card that I'm going to put this on. But before I put it on there, I'm sort of thinking I might like to go with the bow. And I'm going to grab this beautiful ribbon here. This is the Shaded Spruce ribbon. It's a combo ribbon, but it's just absolutely beautiful. And I'm just going to do some bows on here. Okay, so we're going to tie a bow. Okay, I'm going to cut this off here. Then I'm going to thread it through again. Come over here, my little girl. And we're going to do another bow. Try and untwist my ribbon here. And bring in our second bow. Who loves doing the bows on the card like this? It just makes it so awesome. If it's got a lot of pattern on it, sometimes you don't know what to do, so you can just bring in some bows and it looks just going to try to untwist them around, and then we're going to pop this on here. I also like to put some glue on my ribbon so it doesn't move. And by putting it on a piece of white cardstock, it gives it a little bit more stable when you're doing it. Now I could have trimmed it off a little bit if I wanted to, and I didn't, but I could have. trimmed it off. Now you could have even done the ribbon around the chocolate as well. So it just gives you a nice little card and gift to give to someone. I'm just showing you different ideas, but you could do this on the chocolate and you could do this over on the card. So there's different ways that you can do it. And just bringing in the bows around like this looks amazing. You can do up to 3, 4. It just depends how thick and fluffed up you want it. It does look really, really good. So that's another way that you can use up some of that. Now we're just going to grab an inside for that. And I'm just looking to see if I have another piece of scrap here somewhere with the trees on it. And I have got a little bit of scrap here. So I'm going to use that. I'm just going to cut some card, and I'm going to cut that at 10. Yeah, cut it down at 10 for the inside by 14. And then you can do that nice. Let's trim it off at 14. I love that you can use all your bits and pieces. All your bits and pieces. And I'm just going to do a 2 centimetre strip. Put that bit away for another day, for another rainy day. You could have even done a little bit of strips on that as well, but I'm just going to do it down here. Because I'm just putting plain white inside, it just highlights it up a little bit. You don't always have to do a lot to highlight it up, but you just need room to do your writing and your measurements, your writing and your verse, if you want to put a verse in there, your message. And then that can go on the inside in here. Now you can have it either that side or that side, depending on which way you like it. Okay, I just want it on that side. You can have it at the top and the bottom, depending on, like I said, which way you like it. So you can have it on just one side or the other, or you can have it at the top and the bottom. It's entirely up to you. But putting that second piece of paper inside there to write on just gives it a little bit more steady. When you stand your card up, it's a little bit heavier and it sits better. Isn't it beautiful? Have a look at that ribbon. It's just gorgeous ribbon. And then, you know, we've got a block of chocolate for someone special as well. So page 29. Thanks, Susan. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love the ribbon. It's just very gorgeous ribbon. And I would probably do the ribbon and the ribbon on here as well. Hi, Caroline Matthews. How are you? Or you can do the piece on both either way. But I do love bowing the ribbon together, like doing 3 or 4 bows together, and you get this beautiful bunch. And you can even do red and green, and white if you want to for Christmas. So you get a red one, a green one, and a white one. So do your first colour and then add your other 2 colours in. You're so welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed that little gold nugget today, because it is a special little one that I use a lot, and I'm glad that you've you know, might have it written in your little gold nugget book if you've got a little book that you're writing all the tips and tricks and gold nuggets in. But yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to see you all at 3 o'clock over on my technique class. Now I just want to quickly let you know that we have got the colour wheel coming up on the 2nd of December at 7 o'clock at night. If you're not in that group, go up to my events and click in going, and that way it puts you in the door prize. It also puts you to receive the link. The other one that's coming up is on the 27th, which is the Otter. No, the Fun Fold card is coming up on the 27th of November, and that's at 7 o'clock at night. And the Otter Adorable is the weekend retreat that's coming up on the 30th and the 1st of December. Now, this is free at the moment. It's a free retreat. Up until this year, everything has been free. So coming into 2005, a few things are going to be changing. So the retreats are going to be, because I spend the whole weekend and prepping them, I'm going to have a product retreat so that you will need to buy the product to join in on the retreat, which is a fair thing. And also our Wednesday technique class is now going to be moving over to our YouTube channel, or my YouTube channel, on a Wednesday, and then I'll come back and link it back into the technique class, so that you'll get it in both. But I'm trying to expand my YouTube as well. So I didn't know which class to take away, because I just really can't fit another one in. So I thought technique would be a good one to go over and put over onto the Facebook. So I'll still do Crafty Monday at 1, and I'll still do my specialty class at 2. I'll still do technique at 3, but it will be on YouTube, and then I'll come back, and once it's uploaded, I will put it back onto the technique class. So it is a bit of a double whammy there, but I'm trying to grow that YouTube page as well. So if you haven't liked and subscribed to my YouTube, please do. Hi Libby, how are you? Good to see you on. Ah, yeah, the double bow is a really good one. And the reason I know how to do all this is because I was a dressmaker for many, many years, and I work with ribbons and ribbon embroidery, beading. So there's so many different things that you can actually take from your past experience and bring it over to card making. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you know, your dad or your brother or whoever loves to get a beautiful card, or your sister or whoever, and also a block of chocolate if they're into chocolates or any of that sort of snacky stuff. God bless you all, and I'll see you back here. No, I'll see you over on Technique class at 3 o'clock. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.